Vienna? Jenna? We got both Nas here now. Hey, Kia. Hey, Lazy. Hey, Comic Brook. It's always nice when both Nas are present. Van Na, Jan Na, both Nas. Hey, Buttercup. Lil Nas X. Hey, Rebecca. Since people are probably already wondering, Peter David was a writer. Most notably, he was a comic book writer. He also wrote some Star Trek novels. He did some TV, some animation. He did lots of things. But most notable for his comic book work. He actually died yesterday, but I forgot to title my stream for that yesterday. I actually meant to put R.I.P. Peter David as yesterday's stream title, but I forgot. Thus, today's instead. Yeah, Vanna. The comic book industry is kind of shitty that way. Like, any of you watch Spider-Man Across the Spider-Verse? Miguel, the Spider-Man of 2099, was created by Peter David. So, movie made a ton of money off a concept that, or like, with major use of a character that Peter David co-created. Think he got any money for that from that movie? Of course not. It's it's legitimately kind of a shitty industry a lot of times. I mean, he created he had a long career. Hey, bye bye. Yeah, it's my Uncle Buck shirt. He had a long career in comics. He came up with a lot of characters and concepts and ideas that I found use elsewhere. Professor Hulk from Avengers Endgame. That's Peter David. A somewhat bastardized version of what Peter David did, but and it wasn't. It's not like Peter David was the first one to come up with the idea of, oh, it's Bruce Banner's mind and the Hulk's body, but he did it in a way that became iconic, and then Endgame ended up being highest grossing film ever. And Peter David got jack shit. You guys sort of stopped producing new pennies. I never trust people with two first names. I mean, fair, but cost round up. Yeah, yeah, it's rounded to the nearest five. One or two is rounded down. 3, 4 rounded up. And Peter David did make some pretty horrible comments sort of later in life. He did a really gross rant about Romani people. When did they start that? Oh, it was a long time ago. Canada got rid of pennies, I don't know, 20 years ago. Maybe more. It has been a long time since we got rid of our pennies. What did Peter do? Peter David? Um, he actually did do a little bit of Spider-Man stuff. Spider-Man 2099 was a big one. He had a genuinely iconic run on Incredible Hulk. Oh, the main thing he was doing a convention once, and he did a pretty weird rant about the Romani people, gypsies, the Romani people. Just talking shit about them. It was Very unexpected. And bothered a lot of people. To his credit, he did apologize. He did say that, that he'd bought into, um, that he believed some propaganda that he'd heard while he was on a trip in Eastern Europe. Something that you're going to tell me that you don't remember. Is it that you love me? Because I already know that. But thank you anyway. Hey, Kaylee. Can we just be random stuff you hear, though? Yeah, I mean, a lot of people were like, fair. A lot of people took real issue with it. I don't remember the details, like why it came up. Like what I think it's like somebody had asked him about some characters' Romani heritage or something like that. Ready to be passionate enough to rant about a topic he supposedly only heard on vacation. Yeah, like it was like he was doing like he was on a trip and like he was like some tour guide. It was basically a tour guide. Um, yes, it was very weird, very uncomfortable. And a lot of people did call him out for it and sort of educated him on the actual reality of the Romani people. And he did apologize. So, bad dragon dildo into while you were asleep, and now I have a toilet camera to see the results. That's what I was going to tell you. Okay, good to know. Ellen DeGeneres. I mean, from what I understand, she's kind of an asshole. Something happened to them. I mean, I haven't heard anything lately about her, but yeah, I mean, she lost her show because she was basically she was a lot of her staff had reported that she was kind of abusive. So a lot of people were like, "Oh, well, fuck you then." Do you find Ellen attractive? Like physically? You're kind of abusive to us, but we still stick around. True. Me and Jenna have in sync peas. You like to pee in sync? I mean, as long as they're consenting to it. I always figured Justin was kind of a freak. I said Justin because he's the only member of NSYNC whose name I know. Was Joey one of NSYNC? Joey Fatone? That's non-rice cooker home cooked meals. Yes, I do. French president got hit by his wife. It's France. That's just how they show love. Did he get hit with a baguette? Probably. Le Crazy Frog. I got Eiffel Towered on the Eiffel Tower. Oh, and I gotta check something real quick. Oh, yeah, hurry up. Yeah, it wouldn't be Le Crazy Frog. It would be Le Grenouille Foyer. Now we can't go to France. I've been in exile, but I have children there. Macron's wife groomed him. She was in her 40s and he was 16 when they met. Yeah, like I said, it's France. It's France. It's France. Billy Bob Dubois. It's Canadian French, same language as French. There are differences. Obviously, like they're related. Quebec French is actually sort of an older version. Like in France, like because what it is, like in Quebec, the French they speak there is closer to the way French was 200 years ago. Speaks French, but doesn't know Canadian French. Hey, Jerry. Hey, I know French. I know Quebec French. Calice de Tabernac. That was German. It absolutely was not German. That is as Quebecois as it gets. It's how they swear over there. I mean, I say over there, but it's how they swear there. Just a lot of like religious terminology. So, Calice de Tabernac would be the literal translation would be chalice of the tabernacle. That'd be like the literal translation. But the point is is just stringing together various religious terms. They've got a bunch of like there's a few different hostier for host and Yarge. Do you read fanfic? I don't. I actually tried writing some fanfic at one point, and I didn't enjoy it, honestly. Sacre bleu! Yeah, Sacre bleu is more France. I don't know if Quebecois actually say that. Like, I don't know if that's really a common phrase in Quebec. I feel like it is more in France than Quebec. Do a stream where we all write a fanfic together. Do our own stores. Kvinde. Mon chéri. Sacre bleu, mon chéri. French Canadian? Nah, not that I'm aware of. I don't really know that much about my dad's side of the family, though, so possible, but I like not that I'm aware of. Do they French teach French all throughout Canadian schools? Yeah, I mean, I can't really speak to other provinces, but Ontario, yes, all through grade 9. Um, yeah, they do teach French all through, like all the way up to grade 9. Don't know. Yeah, I remember very little of it. Because the thing is, I never use it. Like, I never used French. I mean, like, realistically, you know, plenty of jobs where you do need French. Just, I didn't get hired for those. Like, I didn't apply for those jobs. Like, I don't know. Cornwall, everyone, like, basically everyone in Cornwall does speak English because we're in Ontario. Like, being in Ontario means that everyone here does know English. Um, so I never really had to use it, for conversational purposes or anything. And then, yeah, first job I had was dealing with Americans. Don't need French for that. I am wearing pants right now. I assure you, I am currently wearing pants. I'm always wearing jeans. Wait to us. Not sure why I was supposed to wave, but sure. Ruin the fantasy. I'm not here just to be your fantasy. Went with your other member, but that's okay too. You. Am I never nude? I wouldn't say I'm never nude. It's just I am definitely more comfortable clothed. But you know, I take my clothes off whenever I have to shower. Nudity is gay. Where's next Let's Play episode? It'll be on Thursday. Next Let's Play. Oh, you mean Final Fantasy? Tomorrow. Final Fantasy videos update on Tuesdays and Fridays. If that's what you mean by if that's the fantasy you're talking about. What am I up to anyway? What episode is next? Hey, only 2 more episodes of the so yeah. This week is the end of my Final Fantasy V Let's Play. So next week, next Tuesday, first episode of Final Fantasy VI. So we're getting into the good shit. Not that 4 and 5 weren't actually good, but we're getting into the beloved shit. Only 5 more years to 13 yet. For me, la forme, la hair, only vent. I know douche. Oh my god. What? Better still be going live in 5 years. Eh. We'll have to wait and see. Ferme la bouche. I'm not actually sure what that means. Shut your mouth, I think? Would that be shut your mouth? The random reunion streams? You don't think you could live without me? Yeah, you can. You can, and eventually you will have to. Because statistically, I'm going to die sooner than you. In 5 years, we expect a silver play button behind the... Honestly, I wouldn't bet on it. So the silver play, 100,000? It's 100,000 for the silver play button, right? Yeah, without massive changes in my fortunes, I wouldn't even bet on me getting back up to 10,000. I think I capped out like a little above 11,000. Closing it on 12,000 was like sort of when the highest I ever got. And I've been losing subscribers ever since. With a little more work, just a little more work, I'm confident I can get myself below 9,000. Got 9,039 right now. I'm pretty sure I can get back under that. Believe me, thank you, Comic Book. 1 point, yeah, like 600 people in here. Yeah, yeah, that was sort of a unique circumstance. Blocked more than half of them. But yeah, I mean, that is just because, like, Chantal had just gone to Kuwait. Um, Basically, people were curious to see how I would survive on my own. I think some people might have hoped that, like, oh, without her looking over his shoulder, maybe he'll be, maybe he'll be more real, or maybe he'll spill some tea or some shit. Yeah, Uncle Buck. And then it became obvious that there was not going to be any tea, that there was not going to be anything special or interesting about me being on my own. And people were like, well, fuck this then. We need Villa too. I'd just be happy with an apartment. Except the real ones, yes. Thruple. I'm thinking no. Yeah. Yeah, I'm thinking I would not be into that. Can't get a studio apartment. Honestly, even a studio apartment is actually like a lot pricier than you would think. Currently too fat for pants, so dating isn't really in the cards right now. Too fat for pants. Would I ever be poly? I don't know. Would I be poly with two girls? I don't know. I don't think you can choose to be Polynesian. Indeed. Yeah, I don't know that I'd ever really be into that thing. I don't know. I don't know. Nothing against it. Three girls? That's way too many girls. Too introverted? Yeah. Would you ever be in a poly relationship? Bitch, I have trouble dealing with one person at a time. You're my poly pocket. Women, am I right? And I hear that. I hear that. Woo! There you go. Yeah. Date a woman with multiple personality disorder. Let's be civil. Am I misremembering, or didn't the shit with Sybil end up being kind of bullshit? The 2008 movie. Striking barbecue bacon for using the Can Get It On song. Yeah, what do I care? Plump Fiction. How many skank bots do you think you could take on at once? I don't know. Who am I? I might be thinking of someone else. Nope, I was right. It was somebody named Sybil. Woman who has 16 distinct personalities describes her abusive past to a psychiatrist. Yeah, I think that was based on. That was based on. Yeah, yeah, that one was based on a book written by a or it was a book that someone wrote about a the treatment of a woman who had supposedly 16 personalities. Thing is, a lot of the book was fabricated. Sorry, just reading about the whole thing. We were prefaced that MPD may not be real yet. Instead, storytelling about getting banged in some store called Fabricville. Fabricville, was that? I think that was just off Brookdale, I believe. I think that was on Vinton Massey Drive. Oh no, it was one East Court. I guess it was East Court Mall. Fabric should only be used to smear shit around walls. Yeah, I suppose it makes sense that it would be East Court. East End is where her family lived, so love my vibe tonight. Thanks, so bye bye. Hey, Sheer Bear. All right, so looks like the whole Sybil thing may or may not have been real. It's very much disputed. Like it's very much, some people tried to dispute it, but those people were then disputed themselves. All right, I thought the whole thing was honestly just like basically confirmed as bunk, but maybe not. It actually might be valid. I am surprised. What's moral fabric? Like polycotton blend? Do you believe in BDS? The boycott? Yeah. Yeah, I mean, I've been trying to keep up with it. Had a dream once me, you, and Avril Lavigne were making out on a rowing boat. When I woke up, all my fabric was sticky. I had sex for hot dogs. I mean, good hot dog. Anyway, I was thinking earlier about the Comedy Central roasts and how they did seem to emphasize like non-comedians in a way that I dislike. If they bring back those roasts, it looks like they've been like the road, like they haven't done any roasts in the past few years. The last roast they did was, I guess, in 2019. The last comedian to get roasted was Roseanne in 2012. After that, they did Franco, Bieber, Rob Lowe, Bruce Willis, and Alec Baldwin. Like, come on. Tom Brady roast? I think so. I probably did. When was that one? That was not even on the art. That was not even on the. Weirdly, that one's not even listed on this Wikipedia article. Hi, Elf. Oh, that was on Netflix. Netflix took over the roasts. I guess only the one though. I guess I only did the. So I don't actually. I didn't watch it. So that was 2024. So I did not watch the roast of Tom Brady. Hi, Larry. But like, they should be roasting comedians. Like, sure, making fun of Bieber. Sure, fine, it's funny. But like, why does he get a roast? Why does Tom fucking Brady get a roast? He's not a comedian. He's good at sports, so he gets a roast. At least let fucking ESPN do it if they want to roast. If athletes want to be roasted, it should be on fucking ESPN, not Netflix or Comedy Central or anything like that. You want to roast Justin Bieber or another comedian? That's what MTV is for. That's what a lot of people want to see get roasted. Sure, but again, like I said, do it on ESPN. Proper roasts, like for Comedy Central or Netflix, proper roasts should be comedians. I want to see comedians get roasted because that's what the roasts are for. I want to see a roast of David Letterman. Though I don't know that he's old enough that he might not be in. Yeah, 78. Did they do roast in ESPN? Probably not, but I mean, there's no reason they couldn't. There's genuinely no reason they couldn't. Yeah, I just think that a roast of David Letterman would be amazing because you'd be able to have like sort of younger comedians who grew up watching him, And you'd also be able to have older people who've known him for decades. You could have like some absolute fucking legends who are just like good friends with him and have been roasting him for decades. Roasting Kevin Hart would be hilarious. Yeah, I don't think Kevin Hart's earned it yet. Nothing against him. Like he may not. I don't know that he's really my kind of comedy, but I mean, I've got nothing against the dude. It's just, to a certain extent, I feel like roasts should be sort of a badge of honor for a phenomenal career in comedy. Dave Chappelle. He dipped a bit into transphobia. I don't like that. I don't know, there are things I dislike about him. But I mean, like Dave Chappelle would, like, he's somebody you could absolutely do a roast of Dave Chappelle. He's been around a long time and he's had a very a very notable career. Make the trans stuff a core part of his act more than just dip. Yeah. I don't like that. But I mean, like, yeah, I mean, Dave Chappelle, he's had a phenomenal career. He's legitimately influential, like genuinely a legend in the comedy industry. Joe Rogan. I wouldn't want Joe Rogan because he's just an idiot. And like Joe Rogan, had some success as a comedian, but most of his career's been, like his most notable achievements have been as a podcaster, and fuck that. John Daly. He was the MTV guy, wasn't he? Honestly, don't see much point in roasting him. Yeah, it should be. It really should be for people who have had huge impact on the comedy industry. Like Bob Saget is, or was, a big name in comedy. And like, really well respected among comedians. Even Roseanne, she's awful. And even in 2012, she was, starting to move towards them. She wasn't as shitty as she'd become, under Trump, but she is already kind of, but major comedic career. Jeff Foxworthy, whether you like Jeff Foxworthy or not, you cannot argue his influence as a comedian. You're proud of Norm Macdonald? Yeah. Roseanne's mentally unwell. I think, she does give those vibes. Chris Rock, but he got roasted after the slapper around the world. Yeah, Chris Rock, absolutely. You could do a roast. Kill Tony. I do not watch Kill Tony. What's wrong with Foxworthy? I mean, I have had people complain about him in here before. I do remember a conversation. I don't remember who it was, but somebody really fucking hated Jeff Foxworthy. Saw Jeff Foxworthy at the post office once. I can believe it. I mean, for as long as I've been alive, there have been people who've been critical of Foxworthy's comedic style. Jeff's apparently a nice guy. I can absolutely believe it. Amanda Seales, of all people, said Jeff is nice. I have no idea who Amanda Seales is, but I think it was the Jeff is culturally appropriating. I think it was that debate. Then later found out his dad lived by me. Yeah, it was that debate. I mean, like, he honestly does seem like a good guy. And again, I think he was, like I said, I mean, he sort of grew up middle class, but it was sort of a southern area. Fucking Kid Rock appropriates redneck culture way more than Jeff Foxworthy ever did. Because I think Foxworthy grew up, fairly middle class, but you know, Kid Rock grew up with an orchard and fucking horses. Dave Chappelle grew up upper middle class. Larry the Cable Guy. Yeah, I mean, again, like a lot of people. There were people critical of the Larry the Cable Guy getting a roast because the idea used to be that, like, that roasts were for needed to be earned. Jeff Goldblum sent me death threats on Skype. But I mean, Larry the Cable Guy did have a major impact. Longmont Potion Castle. Never heard of it. Fake redneck and a douche. Was unaware of that. I don't know anything about Larry, so never watched any of his stuff or. I mean, shit, I haven't even watched Cars. I thought they meant Larry in chat. Oh, hi, Alex, I'm Big Trump. All right, Trump supporter, he can go fuck himself then. Because in general, my automatic reaction to Cars the band. No, I was saying move the movie that the Cars movie that Larry the Cable Guy voiced one of the characters. Wrong way. It's funny anything. Stop drinking. Yeah, Chantal and I watched a Ron White special once, and yeah, he was pretty good. Worked with this girl that was obsessed with those fucking car movies. She said I flirted with her all the time. Fucking liar. Kia McQueen. Meanwhile, I was like, bitch smells like mildew. Frankie Cosmos fan. Never listened to it. Never listened to him. Hey, Killface. Back when I was at StarTech, I had a trainer once who smelled like halitosis. Someone go feed the cats. I don't want to get up. What's halitosis? Vilely bad breath. I mean, I would assume from her mouth. But like legitimately, there were times I'd have to like hold my breath whenever she got close, just because like it was terrible. You look like the type of man to drive a tractor. High school class, someone of that condition. Yeah, it's so strong and so bad. How many times a day do you brush? I actually only brush once a day, and I use the toothbrush on my tongue. Still remember the smell, and this is decades ago. Yeah, annual prostate checks. I don't. I know I should, but I don't. It's not gay. Get pricing con. I know I should, but a lot of people have geek breath. They just smell of saliva. Yeah, I know I should get prostate checked and everything, but too much effort. Community post thanking Scapegoat for prostate massage. I'll check it for free. I mean, do you even know what you'd be checking for? Making sure you have one. Meth. Most of the effort's on the doctor. It's the effort of making the appointment and then going down there. Book appointments online. Yes, but I still have to. Going down there. Katy Perry got banned from Vegas. So you get for waking up in Vegas. Yep. Indeed. Avril Lavigne needs to stop singing and start doing prostate exams. Last night, gyno exam in front of hot intern, and I think he really liked it because he pretended to not be interested. I'm getting more water. I think I heard one of them say thanks as I walked away. I'm gonna get more water. What are the odds that we're not talking about butts when I get back? All right, I'm back. Reading a book entirely about a girl's asshole. No, I was getting water, Keely. You'd be the first celebrity to endorse prostate cancer. I'm not endorsing any cancer. I'm not endorsing cancer. Cancer can go fuck itself. Thoughts on having 538 sexual partners in one day? That is a lot. From what I understand, that was a pretty typical day for Wilt Chamberlain. Because Wilt Chamberlain claimed to have had sex with 10,000 women. Think he'll try de-shedding gravity in a row? I mean, not like, you know, I think he took breaks between them. Because he had to play basketball once in a while as well. So he can't only have 537. We'll allow it. Can you defy gravity for one moment? Nope. Gravity's a motherfucker. Psychic stuff, like getting intuitive messages about things. I do not know. Can I skip? I mean, I'm capable of skipping. Do you ever daydream about romping in bed? I don't actually. It's really not something that I'm interested in. I've defied gravity. Falling down is defying. Falling down is just completely submitting to gravity. Of course, I'm not mad at you, Jenna. Good movie. What Wicked? I will watch it when both parts are out on streaming. Last time you jogged a mile or a kilometer, if that's your thing. Long, long, long ass time, I'm pretty sure. Probably elementary school. Like the last time that I actually like jogged a kilometer, probably elementary school. Peg, do you feel musical kind of guy? I don't know. I do like a good musical. School had us run the 440. Go to high school, not do a mile. I don't think we did a mile. No, my high school didn't have us do anything. Nah, for high school there was like we just had regular gym class, and frankly, they didn't. I don't think they really cared about if we slacked off. Um, Elementary school, I believe we did need to run a kilometer in elementary school, but it was only a kilometer. I think that was a long time ago though, so I could be wrong about how far we had to go. But I'm pretty sure it was only 1 kilometer. Read my content. I got a presidential score on the flexibility portion of the physical fitness test. Neat. It's a kilometer in relation to a mile. I think about a quarter. I believe a kilometer is something like 1 quarter. I think a kilometer might be something like 1 quarter. Oh, 6.2.621 mile. Okay. It's a little over half a mile then. Okay. I wonder how common it is for a human to have not run a mile in 3 decades. Probably pretty common. I would guess that most humans go 3 decades and longer without ever having to run a mile. 1 mile is about 8 and something. Quarter of a mile is 400 meters. Yeah, I think that most people, once they reach their 40s, they don't run. They haven't run in a long time. We did jump rope for Harton Elementary School, and they provided us with all the organic HIC we could drink. Yeah, and I know that we did have, I know that there's like jump rope in gym class. I could never do it. I did not have the coordination for jump rope. I could get like maybe 4 jumps in, and then yeah, one, two, three, four. Oh, I failed. IC, not HIC. Right, that makes more sense. Expecting someone to run an entire mile was kind of cruel. My heart rate was like 130, must have been. But too much strain skeletal system, blood pressure, heart missed beats. I could double dutch like a pro. The thing I didn't notice that it was a lowercase I. Need a comment? There's your weird face to Jenna. I don't even know what the distance is in the 440. Your comment might not have shown up, Uncle Buck. More double dragon. Kept telling the teacher there I was going to be sick, and they're like, pick up your feet. Elementary school was too cheap for fancy shit. Same here. Nostalgic for the 80s and 90s. Yeah. Hey, try hard gym teachers, like, let's just play dodgeball or volleyball. Time for an ear? Are you going to cut someone's ear off, Rebecca? Cruel. Oh, you're leaving. All right. Good night, Rebecca. Thought she was going to give us corn. Corn's good. I do like cobbed corn. Every gym teacher I ever had was stunningly hideous. Yeah, as far as elementary school being cheap, yeah, mine was pretty cheap. Yeah. Her gym teacher told us she got lip cancer and cried to us. Kind of felt bad, but she touched me to correct my push-up form. Yeah, we didn't actually have a gym teacher in elementary. The gym teacher was just our teacher. There was no actual gym teacher. High school, I think we did have a gym teacher, but what the fuck is it? Just our regular teacher. Yeah, back like in elementary school when it was time for gym class, our teacher would take us down to the gym. Download, go to class, come back, see if it downloaded. I never did that. Elementary gym teacher would carry me to the nurse at least once a year because me getting hurt. Yeah, we didn't have a nurse. At least I don't think we did. I'm pretty sure my school did not actually have a nurse. We had a bunch of gym teachers in elementary school. required. And yet, like, I'm sure there was somebody in the school who had first aid training. Did you even have playground equipment? We had swings. I think we had a couple other like small pieces of playground equipment, maybe, but not much. My mom looked like Magnum PI. I see the school has gotten itself a mascot. We didn't have one when I was there. Amherst Corners Eagles. Does that mean they have sports now? Student council. Don't remember there being a student council when I was there, but I didn't really pay much attention. Different parachute suit with coordinating banana clips for each day. Tortoiseshell cones. Sorry, I was looking at the school. Dirt field instead of wood chips or rubber mat ground. One room schoolhouse. No, it wasn't a one room schoolhouse. I mean, it was like, each grade had their own class. And, it was, I think it was actually kindergarten. Like when I was there, I believe it covered kindergarten through grade 8 when I was there. So, different classroom for each one. And yeah, each grade gets one room. Yes, one grade for each school. Well, yeah, this is like this is like just covered the entirety. This is one school covered everything up to high school, and then when you got high school was separate at AM and PM. Same here. Mine was the same thing. They had AM and PM kindergarten classes. Open a crescent roll tube. So yeah, we didn't have like separate grade school, middle school. It was elementary. I like it might be different now. It honestly might be different now. Because it has been a long time since I was in school. all day kindergarten. I remember peeing my pants first day. Now, where's the street view? I don't know how to get street view. There it is. No, it's not. There it is. And even the swings are gone. I was trying to get a picture, like find a photo of the front of the school. Didn't know they were burying kindergartners. Peter David. He was a comic book writer. He was a writer, but he was most notable for comic book stuff. He also wrote a lot of Star Trek novels. He's considered for the Star Trek novels. He's considered one of the best Star Trek novel writers. And he wrote a lot of comic books. Sorry for less. From what I understand, he could actually be kind of an asshole at times. As myself while watching Mr. Popper's Penguins in first grade. Couldn't get my Oshkosh overalls unbuckled. Peed in my plastic chair and pulled a fast one and left it with a kid that sat next to me. Told the woman I had to go to the bathroom and she said, no, have it your way. Penny tried to make me eat grandma's beef stew, whipped me till I pissed and made me sit in it. Did not eat the stew. Still dislike stew. What? I like stew. My buddy. I don't remember my buddy. My sister had a kid sister. Yeah, I don't remember that. Maybe because I was a dude. Deprived. My buddy was. Oh, was it? Then I just don't remember it. Your buddy is back. I'm glad to hear your buddy's returned. Walmart has them. About half the size. Shrinkage. It happens. My Pet Monsters and Popple. My Pet Monster I watched. I did have one Popple. I forget which Popple. It was a sport Popple. I feel like it might have been the basketball or baseball. Might have been the baseball Popple. Orly Popples. Had so many Popples and still do. Yeah, I don't know what would have happened to my Popple. Opinions on third gen My Little Pony. Never watched it. Never picked up any of the toys. I have no thoughts on third gen My Little Pony. Long form video about my littlest pet shop. I watched beginning to end like 4 times, and I don't even know why. Generation 1 superior. Third gen is second runner up. My understanding is that the general consensus is that the first few 3 generations just had generally weak storytelling. I remember there being one. I think was it third gen that people thought like just looked really weird, like just sort of uncanny valley. Rainbow Bright. Never watched Rainbow Bright. Because I remember hearing that like there was one specific My Little Pony series where it's just the art style. It just like a lot of people just felt that it just fell into the uncanny valley for them. Strawberry Shortcake. Yeah, never watched. And like a lot of people thought that the earlier My Little Pony shows just the storytelling was just kind of weak. I like the new MLP. Friendship is Magic had really good storytelling. Like great characters, great storytelling, phenomenal songs. MLP for Xmas. I'm gonna have to toss this on since I already have this. The music for Friendship is Magic is phenomenal. They look ugly as shit. No. I think Friendship is Magic looks good. It's not the hand-drawn animation of the old days. He-Man and She-Ra I did not watch as a kid. People people really disliked it. They changed up the animation style a lot. The new characters didn't really click with people. Basically, just in general, everything about it just did not click with people. I haven't watched it. When I do get to my Little Pony rewatch, once I finish with Friendship is Magic, I will watch the Gen 5. But yeah, Gen 5 just did not seem to click with people. To be fair, Friendship is Magic was really popular. The new ones look like aliens. I mean, they look cartoonified. Land Before Time. I only watched the first Land Before Time, I think. Maybe the second one? I don't remember if I watched the second one. Why won't you watch stuff with us in Discord? No, I don't really want to. I don't want to watch it on that. I had to take a Valium after I saw a gif of Fluttershy blowing a load. New art style cheap. Yeah, like when they did Friendship is Magic, they made a deliberate choice to not make them look. We watch bad tracking tutorials. Old style animation is just so gorgeous. Depends on the show and everything. And some of it could look pretty cheap. Some of it could look pretty cheap. I enjoy sort of newer animation. But yeah, it's like I do think that Gen 5 is always going to be at a disadvantage. It was always going to be an uphill struggle for Gen 5 just because Friendship Magic was so popular, so well received. Oh, good night, Scapegoat. Like it was just a really popular show, really well made, great writing and characters, and like I said, music. Also didn't like Gen 2. Yeah, I remember. I think that was one that like just people generally considered to be really cheap and half-assed. Hi, Matt. Too shrill for me. It's just over the top. Yeah, it was a cartoon. I mean, like, sometimes it was, but sometimes, sometimes it did go over the top. Sometimes it reined it in. But like, it's a cartoon for kids. that's the thing you have to remember. Like, this is a cartoon for children. Like Animaniacs, that show is way over the top because it was a show for kids. I mean, I say that it was a show. Like, these are show. In fairness, Friendship is Magic was a show for the people who making Friendship is Magic. It was a show made for the people who were making it. Like, the people who made it were making something that they wanted to watch. That was sort of the key to it. It was made for me when I was a kid, so I like it more. Ponytails. Yeah, like that art style is creepy. I'm not familiar with any of the voice actors. I'm just looking at the voice actors, seeing if any of them did anything that I know. So far, just looking at. Well, she did appear in an episode. She did appear in Friendship is Magic as well. One of them did appear in Friendship is Magic. Not the right one. She was. Oh, she was in. One of them was in X-Men Evolution. Okay, that's interesting. I never actually watched X-Men Evolution. Yeah, Maggie Blue O'Hara. Never actually watched X-Men Evolution. Kelly Sheridan. Oh, hey, nice. Starlight Glimmer. I liked her. Okay. So I do know that voice actress then. That woman also did Scarlet Witch in X-Men Evolution. Can I send you a Labubu? I don't know what that is. Laura Elizabeth Harris. Actually seems to have had a pretty good career. Nothing I've ever watched, though. Venus Terzo. Jean Grey in X-Men Evolution. Wow, X-Men Evolution had a lot of had a lot of the voice actors from Ponytails. That's weird. Like, that's so far three of the people from Ponytails also did voices in X-Men Evolution. and there were only like 7 people in who did like 7 main voice actors for that for Ponytails or something. Untouched, Rados, Touch Your Rados. Ponytails is not the original animation. I don't really care about the animation right now. I'm looking at the voice actors. I'm just curious. No, it looks like she did the original. Looks like one of the voice actors might have been in the original My Little Pony as well. Rainbow Dash for the original one. Interesting. Bucky O'Hare. Holy shit, there's a blast from the past. This one doesn't even have an article, doesn't even have her own page, so she probably didn't really do a whole lot. So cute, Columbia denim coat lined in this thick waffle blue. I almost got free. And Chiara Zenny. Yet another one. Holy shit. Out of the 7, so 4 Ponytails. Out of the 7 main voice actors, 4 of them later went on to do X-Men Evolution. Holy shit. That is wild to me. Like, it's just such a weird coincidence that 4 of them ended up doing another fucking show together. And that one also did Daring Do. Nice. The character of Daring Do in the anyway, neat. Totally different genres of show. Well, yeah, actually, yeah. Because, yeah, Ponytails would have been sort of like just, I don't even know what kind of show that would have been. And got a Carhartt vest today. Black Nike crew neck sweatshirt, cameo fleece zip up, and a wool cardigan. Came when I found the Carhartt vest right there in the Goodwill. Anyway, now that I've looked up people who appeared in a shitty ass My Little Pony spinoff, I'm gonna get going. Gonna end the stream here for tonight. So thanks for coming. And good night, everybody.